Hello everyone, it's Ahmet Kaan here. So as we all know that there are thousands of productivity apps that you can use on a daily basis. Maybe hundreds of calendars, hundreds of to-do list apps, hundreds of habit trackers. So it is really overwhelming to actually find out effective and basically beneficial apps to use on a daily basis. And I did the work for you and I downloaded all of those highly recommended apps to my computer and my phone, and I basically came up with a list of 5 the best productivity apps that you can use completely free, the ones that are most beneficial, the easiest to use, and also the most effective ones. And here are basically the best productivity apps in 2021. By the way, all of the apps that I will be mentioning in this video are going to be completely eligible for Android and iPhone and also your computer, so no problems, and also all of them are going to be completely free, so there are no excuses to not to use them. So my first recommendation is going to be TickTick, an app that I have been using for nearly 2 years right now, because TickTick is probably one of the easiest apps to use out there. It is definitely easy, and when I say it is easy to use, I literally mean you just need 5 minutes to understand the whole app. First, my main goal was to just actually write down my daily tasks so that I don't actually forget anything, but after a couple of upgrades, they actually added habit trackers. So right now, TickTick is all in all completely a workspace that you can use to set yourself goals, set yourself daily tasks, create an inbox where you can also create some goals and tasks, and at the same time, you can create new projects and lists and track everything easily. At the same time, it is actually a habit tracker. Plus, you can easily use the built-in Pomodoro timer feature, which can also make you more focused while you're studying and working as well. So definitely an app that you should check out. And my experience with TickTick has been really great. First of all, if you are a person who doesn't really want to use 10 different apps to track something, if you just need one app to do everything that you want to do, then my best recommendation is probably going to be TickTick, because it is definitely easy to use, very effective tool, at the same time definitely cool built, so when you are using it you really feel like you are cool, which is weird, but you know, definitely an app which is worth to check out. For a long time I was actually using multiple different apps to track everything in my life, and after I actually downloaded TickTick and I started using it pretty well, I personally think that TickTick is probably one of the apps that you can like easily download and don't really think about other apps, because it's just very good. So my first recommendation is TickTick, go check out. My second recommendation is going to be an app that I actually mentioned in a video that I made a couple of months earlier, which is Forest. The main goal of using Forest is basically being more productive and being more actually focused while you are studying or working. Every time I jump into a work session, I basically set my timer from Forest and I start building a tree. Every single successful study session you have, it gives you a tree, so basically a great deal. And every single time you actually try to, for example, check your emails, check social media, watch YouTube videos when you are studying, and that it gives you a kind of like a warning that says go back to your studying, go back to your working, because if you are going to continue watching this video, you're gonna die, you're gonna make your tree die. So definitely a cool app to check out. It doesn't allow you to go on Instagram, go on social media, go on YouTube, go on WhatsApp and see messages, because your main goal should be actually having that task done. Forest is probably one of the best apps that I would recommend to anyone who is having problems with social media, checking emails or throughout the day, because it is definitely a tool that you should check out. I personally use it on a pretty much daily basis whenever I'm not really feeling in the mood, because when you know for a fact that you're gonna get a tree, and if you work well in a day, you're gonna have a small forest out of, you know, study sessions, which is definitely cool. So check out Forest. I've been using it for a couple of months right now, but I actually stopped using for a month, so it is definitely a very good app to consider. My next recommendation is going to be to the RGB fans out there. There's a habit tracker called Habitica in which you can literally do anything, which literally looks like an RGB game. You can create habits, set up daily tasks, manage your projects, and all sorts of different kind of stuff, and also, you know, build good habits and break your bad habits, which is definitely a cool app. The more good things you accomplish in the app, the more good things that you actually get done, the more money you make in the app, so you can literally buy like items and equipment for your character, which is literally an RGB game, as I said before. My favorite thing about this app is basically there are a lot of people using this app, so there's a huge community out there who are really making like challenges every single week, every single month to actually get themselves to a better position. Like if you have a lot of friends who are into productivity, then you can basically build up a team and create a challenge for each other for a daily task or a daily habit. And if one of the team members skip a day, then all of the other people in the team are going to get a damage from their points or their health. I'm not really sure right now. So it is definitely a very, very good place to have some accountability in, because you don't want to let your team down. However, if you're not really that into nerd stuff, and if you are a person who just needs a classic app in which you can basically track your habits, then my next recommendation is going to be exactly for you, which is Habitify. Habitify is a very, very easy to use effective app in which you can basically track your habits, because I'm telling you, it is easy because the only function you can do in this app is basically tracking your habits. So if you just want an app in which you can track your habits, which is cool built, which is definitely easy to use, then my next recommendation is going to be for you, because Habitify just does that. However, if you are looking for more like an app in which you can essentially create some tasks, set up daily goals, then the app you should go for is probably TickTick, because TickTick does both, but Habitify just does the habit tracking part. So if you are just looking for an habit tracker, then Habitify is going to be one of my best recommendations out there. My last recommendation is going to be an app that I have used probably around a year that I still recommend to a lot of my friends, which is Todoist. Todoist has been probably one of the best and one of the biggest productivity apps out there in 2020 and 2019, because everybody was basically using it. And the reason why everybody was using it, because the app is definitely cool built, at the same time it is really easy to use. It's not actually a habit tracker. You actually, with the help of Todoist, you set up daily tasks, you manage your projects. For example, every single time that I have a huge presentation that I have to give, I always use Todoist because I don't want to forget anything in my project. So if you are looking for an app in which you can basically track your to-do lists, track your goals, track your everything that you have in your life, then Todoist is going to be my biggest recommendation for you. And also, in the beginning of this YouTube channel, I started a project called YouTube in my Todoist app, and basically I'm tracking everything that I have about this YouTube channel in my Todoist, because it is definitely easy to use, and also from the moment I actually started using it, I never ever forgot a task that I had to do. Definitely cool, definitely a great app, you can check it out, and a great app actually to consider. So these were my best recommendations when it comes to the best productivity apps in 2021, and I really hope you got some value out of, and I really hope that you're going to be using at least one of these apps out of this video to help you ensure that you are actually a very productive person. So if you got some value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like to see more videos just like this one, then consider subscribing to my channel, because I make personal development and productivity content every single week, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.